best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri.
You're listening to The Hunt Palmer Show on 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
All right, we're wrapping things up here on a Wednesday edition of the Hunt Palmer Show. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us here on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Been a fun show. We only got one order of business left, and that, of course, is a little bit of take it or leave it.
All righty, first one here. Power outages, take it or leave it.
I'll take it. Because I think it happened at the right time. We didn't need that happening between 3 and 6, and I think it's shout out Boudreaux's Electrical, so you can know that you got a generator that'll power you right back up when when things happen.
That's
so
nice.
You know, if
nice
power outages happen in South Louisiana, Boudreaux's Electrical will help you out with all of that.
Wow,
but
what
I
a
thought,
professional
shout
response.
out to the team for helping out, because literally, as everyone knows here, when something like that happens and I'm in this chair, I'm of no help to anyone at all. I can't do anything. I'm of no service. Y'all just have to point at me when it's time to start talking again, and that's basically what happened.
All right, next one here. The Pelicans will not have their 7 highest paid players tonight when they take on the Cavs at 6:30. The Birmingham Pelicans, take it or leave it.
I mean, take it. That's just not a tenable situation. Your top 7 on an NBA team, not going to get it done.
Nope.
I didn't even know B.I. got hurt. All of a sudden, he's got some sort of ankle sprain thing. It's just one thing after another, and it stinks because it's gonna put them so far behind the 8 ball that it's not even going to be interesting to talk about them in the late winter, early spring, which is when it's usually fun. So it's a bummer for everybody involved there. I don't really have any sage words of any takes or hot. There's just nothing to say. They just can't stay healthy, and they're not going to go to the playoffs.
All right, next one here. Former Murray State guard John Morant, who, of course, played for Matt McMahon while he was there.
He did.
Sent the Tigers some of his new line of basketball shoes for the team. Take it or leave it.
Take it, yeah. Good shoes, new shoes. That's a good thing. That's good that John Morant's still got a good relationship with Matt McMahon. I feel like that's a good thing for LSU because he's the most high-profile player that Matt McMahon's ever coached, obviously. John Morant's had his issues off the floor, but appears to be back and playing at the moment and sending some shoes to LSU. That's a good thing. Any hook to get players to want to come to LSU for basketball, I'm for, because I don't think we're going to be lining up next to all the Blue Bloods winning NIL wars with them for 5-star players. So any hook that LSU's got that can make the basketball program a little more enticing and can make things happen for them, I'm all for it.
All right, last one here. The NL Cy Young will be announced. The Rookie of the Year, Paul Skeens, will be the winner. Take it or leave it.
I'll leave that.
Yeah.
Chris Sale's going to win that,
He
I
is.
believe. Zach Wheeler had a heck of a season as well, but it's very cool that Paul Skeens was included as a finalist there. We talked about it last week. He got the Rookie of the Year earlier this week. Looked like he had a festive occasion at an establishment here in town. But I don't think he's going to win the Cy Young. I do think he'll win some Cy Youngs, though, if he can stay healthy. That was an incredible first year for him. I can still remember leaving the Monster Truck show to go home and watch Skeens pitch against the Cubs in his opener. Thankfully, that was a good excuse to get out of the Monster Truck show because it just wasn't really my thing. Somehow, my 2.5-year-old still loved it, even though it was violently loud. But we wanted to get out of there at intermission, go check out Skeens, and we got that accomplished. So, great first year for Paul. I don't think he'll be rewarded with that Cy Young, but doesn't mean that that's over, though. Think they'll make the playoffs while he's there?
I think they can.
That's not what I asked.
I think they will, actually. I'll say that they will. They can make. I think they can do it.
Is it okay if I say I hope they don't?
Yeah, I guess.
That's literally definitely a spot taken away from me if they do make it.
Yeah, it is.
And he's terrifying if the Cubs had to match up against him. So I don't know if I want to deal with that. I liked when he was on my team in the playoffs. That was good when he was pitching against Tulane in the playoffs and pitching against Kentucky in the playoffs, pitching against Tennessee in the playoffs, pitching against Wake Forest in the playoffs. Those are the playoff starts I liked. They were called regionals and super regionals to College World Series. I liked him on my side, not pitching against my guys in the playoffs. So I don't mean it, Paul.
But the Cubs went out and signed a new reliever.
Yeah,
huh?
some guy I never heard of.
They're making moves.
No, I never heard of him. Where's Juan Soto? That's who I want. Get him.
Yeah.
Who else is out there? There's got to be some good pitcher.
I'm sure there is.
Blake Snell.
Yeah, go out and get him. Easy.
They will not. All right, that's it for a Wednesday edition of the Hunt Palmer Show. Apologies for the little technical difficulty that we had a little earlier. Power went down, and those of you that jumped back in the Bayou Ford YouTube chat on the YouTube stream, thanks for coming back. Sorry that we lost you there in the middle of the interview with Matthew Bruni, but we had a lot of fun today and talked about a lot of things all over the sports spectrums. Open things up with LSU's basketball win over Charleston Southern. Talk with J.D. Piquel about the college football playoff. What does he see from Tennessee? What does he see from Texas at this point? I thought there were some interesting talking points there, so you can check that out. It was a What If Wednesday. We talked about me playing Augusta left-handed and how that would go. Taysom Hill, he needs the football a lot. I talked about that at the end of hour number 1, and you can find that at Hunt on Saints on YouTube. Open the 2 o'clock hour with a power outage, but we talked basketball with Matthew Bruni before and after that. And then LSU's team morale. How's LSU handling these last 2 weeks without much to play for? Will Campbell had some pretty powerful words yesterday, and we played those for you at 2:15. SEC Power Rankings as well. If you missed any of it, catch it on demand. 1045ESPN.com's on demand tab, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google. Wherever you find your sound, you can always find us as well as on YouTube. That's it for us. Matt's going to drive you home on After Further Review. We're back tomorrow, same time and same place. Always invite you to check out LouisianaSports.net, and Hoops with Hunt is back. Check out where you find your podcast. Every time we talk basketball, it's there. Have a good Wednesday. Hunt Palmer Show.
The Hunt Palmer Show.
Boudreaux's Electrical Services. Neil and Melissa been running things for 40 years down at Boudreaux's Electrical. Look, it's Christmas time. And that means the holiday season is upon us. You're going to have guests that are coming over, and you've got an opportunity to give gifts as well. It's a great time to think about a Generac home standby generator. Look, it's the gift that keeps on giving. You give it once, it gives power for a very, very long time, 7 to 10 years on that Generac generator. And Boudreaux's Electrical is where you need to go to get that generator. They've got over 10 Generac certified techs that can make sure that your generator is running all the time. They monitor it 24/7 remotely. If there's a mechanical issue, they'll know about it remotely. They'll send somebody to make sure that you're taken care of. So if there's a power outage, especially when the whole family's in town, you're taken care of with that Generac home standby generator. You can find them online at boudreauxelectrical.com. That is boudreauxelectrical.com.